I didn't take notes.
Best time you want to embarrass your student. I'm going to ask you to stand up. You can stand up and do it. You want to embarrass them. Yeah. This is the best time to embarrass your teenager. Or your adult.
I thought I was white.
I also think you can watch the drum roll.
Go get it!
And you might get it if you're excited to do it too. Alright. Alright, let's rock and roll.
right, before they play the fight song, I just want to remind you all that we do have our last football game this Friday. The call time is 4:45 as usual, and this is your last chance to see their halftime show, so you heard it, and now you can see them march it on the field. We are also going to be having our 8th graders visit us from Sheldon, and so we're going to be having a pizza party to celebrate the 8th graders and to celebrate our last football game of the season. So if you are able to, we are asking for a $5 donation to help cover the cost of pizza. We also need some more families to bring things like fruits and drinks and cookies. And you can either sign up using the link that I sent in the email on Friday last week, or you can just send your kid with it and they'll figure out what to do with it. Speaking of drinks, please take some blue bottle drop bags with you. You can just fill up the bags with cans, you can return them to the bottle drop location, any bottle drop location, or you can bring them to the band room and then we'll get them sent out. All of the proceeds go directly to the band, and it's the easiest way to give money back to the band. And between November 15th and December 2nd, this is also in your program, we're going to get an extra 20% on all funds raised through Bottle Drop. They're doing their own little kind of special bonus there. So that's really cool if you remember that. November 15th through December 2nd, we get an extra 20%. And speaking of money for the band, we are going to be doing a wreath fundraiser starting on Tuesday. So this is instead of our poinsettias, we decided to do wreaths. We'll be selling wreaths, garlands, centerpieces, some swag, stuff like that. So your students are going to be going home with that information on Tuesday. I'll also be sending it in an email. This is one of our bigger fundraisers that poinsettias always were. We're just changing it to wreaths, so we're going to get a little bit more interest in that. Please, if you're interested, and if you know people who are, let's sell some wreaths. All right, I think that's all about the money stuff. So now, for the final things, my thank yous to you parents for supporting your kids through music and for raising really cool kids. I love working here at CB, and your kids make that. So thank you so much, parents, for what you do. I'm going to do it. Thank you to the CB staff and administration for supporting the music program. It helps make my job super awesome and makes me want to come back here year after year, so your students. So it's a really great place to be. CB has a really great community and sense of culture, school culture here, and I think that's reflected in the band program. And it's what makes working here super duper special. So everyone who's part of that, I thank them. Thank you to the band boosters. They do a lot of things that I could not do without them. They help organize fundraisers, they help get your kids in and out of uniforms and making sure that they fit and buttons are on there and things are working and they have black shoes and socks and they help with the dessert auction. There's so much that they do that I could not thank them enough times. So boosters, thank you. If you are interested in helping out, you don't have to join the boosters, but you can just help out a little bit through that. There is a QR code on your program for the band app. That's how a lot of their information gets out. You can also email them. Their email is on the program also. If you just have any questions or just in little ways in which you might want to or be to help. So I think that is all for tonight. For me, for talking. So I'm going to play the fight song for you. It's going to take them a minute to get out of uniform, but thank you all so much for coming out. It's my First sponsor, check, done. Also one of my favorite ones, so it's the easiest one that I do, so it's great. It's the favorite word. All right, have a good night, drive safe. They're gonna get out of here before you know. Bye.